friends, Mindy here. I want to come on and share a time-saving tip with you. I know that this is the time of the year when schools are typically starting up again, so you may be looking for some things that will help you to lessen the amount of time that it takes for you to do your hair in the morning. I know for me that's the thing that takes the longest, so I'm always looking for ways to extend the amount of time between washes. And so for me, what I use is our dry shampoo. Our dry shampoo comes in this nice squeeze bottle, so it's not a spray and it doesn't have some of the chemicals that you can find in dry shampoos that you might find on the shelf in the drugstore or at the grocery store, places like that. So basically this is kaolin clay, and that helps to absorb oil as well as arrowroot powder. So that's the two main ingredients in it. And so what you do with this is you just squeeze and out comes the powder. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to just put this up against your scalp and press where you want to have the powder go. And this will absorb those excess oils, and then you would brush it through as well. Now for me, because I have fine hair, even though it's medium thickness, I find that it can be a little bit too heavy for me in places. So what I like to do is I like to put it in my brush instead and then brush it through those areas. For me, I focus on up here toward the front, and then I also for some reason have an oily patch on the crown of my head, and so that's where I mostly focus putting my dry shampoo. The other nice thing about dry shampoo, because it has the arrowroot powder and also the kaolin clay, it's really great for absorbing odors. And so I like to put this in my kids' shoes. Now I have 4 children who have been very active. They've been athletes, they've been scouts, so they're very active, and that means that they sometimes have stinky shoes, stinky bags, things like that. So what I like to do, especially with their shoes, is put some of the dry shampoo in their shoes overnight, stick them outside or in the garage, somewhere like that, so that they can sit overnight. And then in the morning I just dump out the powder from their shoes, and then their shoes smell much better. Now I have to say, because my youngest is a baseball player and his cleats have smelled especially bad, so much so that one winter when his cleats were outside in the garage, I didn't realize what the smell was, and I thought there was a dead animal. So I was telling my husband, we really have to clean out the garage because I think something has died out there. But come to find out, when we were cleaning it up in the spring and he was getting ready to try on his cleats again to make sure they fit, that it was actually his cleats that smelled like dead animal. So anyway, so those were, I think, beyond saving, but before that, if I had known that, then I would have put the dry shampoo in there and let them sit all winter. But you can also put your favorite essential oil. I like tea tree essential oil because it's especially good at deodorizing. So if you were going to do that, what I would do is put just a couple drops of tea tree essential oil in with the dry shampoo, put it in the shoes, and voila, you have nicely deodorized shoes in the morning. The last thing that dry shampoo is really good for, and I love this because it's a multi-purpose product, if you're someone who's looking for a little extra control with perspiring, because you know that deodorants, you want to make sure that you do sweat, but that you don't want to smell. So, and if you're using a natural deodorant, you might be thinking that you need a little extra help with that. So the dry shampoo is another great thing. You can just use it under your arms, you know, give a squeeze, pat that on, and then that just gives you a little bit of extra control as well. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these tips for especially for time saving on those back to school mornings. I hope you have a great school year, and I will talk to you again soon.